Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm the Doc Bob Lee. Our next guest is the founder, president, and CEO of 100 Suits for 100 Men, and joins us for a look at the work that they're doing and the work to make sure that those in need have access to business attire. And that's very, very important. We welcome Kevin Livingston to the show. Kevin, welcome, 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 and thank you for all that you're doing.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Tell us how you founded this, how you got involved in it, or how it all started. Same thing.
I mean, we care about our community. You know what I mean? There's no, source of inspiration. Nothing. We just actually care about our community, saw a problem, went to work.
Yeah. So you saw a need. How did you come up with the dream? Was it your dream?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So where were you? What were you thinking at the time?
I mean, like I said, saw a problem with people sagging all the time. A lot of people think that name of the company, like suiting is 5% of what we do, right? Yeah. So anybody can give a suit. I'm very big on follow up, and so when we got started, I like to see the way Black men look, but again, I saw a problem, and I decided to do something about it. That's exactly what it is. I wish I could tell you something different, but it's exactly what it was. We went right to work.
No, I understand. So how did you come up with the name 100 Suits for 100 Men?
Initially, we were going to do 100 gang members and put 100 gang members in suits. I just dropped the extras and made 100 suits.
Whoa. Yeah. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. So the services that you provide are what? People come and they check out or they get fitted. How do you find the people? And what services do you provide? So
the breakdown of the company, we have 3 offices. We just closed our Bronx office back in January. We closed it prior to COVID. We were on Grand Concourse in Fordham. We have 3 offices. We have 1 in Jamaica, 2 in Brooklyn. The one of our offices in Brooklyn only services formerly incarcerated men and women, where we have case managers there. We also have licensed therapists on call and barbers. And so they come into our operation, they get a free suit, shirt, tie, a haircut. Yeah. They get, these therapeutic services as well, and also entrepreneurship training. But furthermore than that, we provide program in Rikers Island. We're in there. We provide 4 houses in Rikers. Still to this day, we have 4 houses in Rikers Island that we provide program to. We run a senior citizen program. From March 5th to the end of June, we made about 10,500 and change home deliveries to senior citizens. We then changed the program over where we raised some money, and I was able to hire 8 young people to run the program full time. They make $16 an hour, and they cook the food now versus just giving them groceries. So they're cooking food, and we created a culinary program, and we hired 8 young people from our community that we were servicing.
That's great. And you started this after the pandemic or during the pandemic?
Senior program we started the first week of March.
That's great, man. That's great. We love you for your service, man. So tell us about the male boutique.
Well, I mean, again, we have guys that come in who are formerly incarcerated. We have people who are homeless or just basically, looking for work. Again, the suit is just a carrot, right? When I get them in there,
gotcha.
We follow-up services to find out what's going on. We were able, during my walks of having the boutique, especially in the Bronx where we were located, we found a lot of gang beefs that we were able to get in front of. Some guys just needed time to talk. I quite fitting that you guys are in the Bronx. I can speak about my experiences of, we had an office in the Bronx for well over a year in the Poe building with our partners at FedCap. And so, we did job fairs up there. Sometimes brothers just need an opportunity to talk, right? And so that's why the therapeutic services come into play.
I like it. And I like the service that you're providing, and especially in these times where you got over 50 million people out of work, and people need to get jobs, and they need to come in and get their hair, get a haircut, and put a suit on and go out to. There's jobs that are still out there. You need to still go on job interviews and everything. And I think you're in the right place. And not only that, you're giving them instructions, and you're feeding them. So you got a whole thing going on. How can we help you? How can the community help?
honestly, the best way that you can help 100 suits is if you see a young person that you may see going the other way, help them, right? That's the best way to help 100 suits. And the messaging is that, it's not necessarily a Kevin Livingston 100 suits thing. If you see somebody in your community that could use the service, get in front of them, talk to them, find out what their needs are. And then if you can't do it, then come talk to us or come talk to any other organization that can help that young man. But the best way, again, to help 100 suits is for you to go out in your communities and help somebody else.
How can people contribute or donate, or
you can go to 100
suits or money?
We don't need any suits right now. We're not taking any suits. We always fundraising. It was an organization. We always fundraise. If you want to do that, do 100suits.org. But again, if you really want to sincerely help 100 suits, get in front of it, help these young people. They are hurting now. Not only young people, but just our population in whole. And I hope that I'm not out of place for saying I really don't care. I really need us to put the same amount of intensity that we're putting on police violence to what we're doing in our communities. That has to be the same intensity brought to the shootings and the senseless violence that is happening in our communities. We live in these communities. We cannot normalize gun violence, felony assaults, felony. That stuff cannot be normalized. And we cannot only when cops do it to us.
Kevin, what are some of the other things that you think we can do to help stem the violence in our community? And besides some of the stuff that you're doing already.
Get in front of the young people.
Get in front of the young people.
I'm telling you that. I wish I could tell you. I would say get in front of them. If you see a young man and maybe talking reckless on the street, don't pull him. Don't confront him in front of his friends. He's gonna get be riled up. But when the things simmer down and you see him by himself, pull him to the side. Talk to him. Hey brother, how you doing? I just saw you. I just want to take a moment to talk to you. Let me just tell you this here. That yesterday I had an open call for a job that I had open, and I had 12 candidates come. This was for 15 to 18-year-old people. 12 candidates. They were very polished and everything else. There was one young man that came on there. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, hello. Yeah, I can't get through. Yeah, I hired that young man. That's the young man I wouldn't hire.
That's the one that you wanted to get.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the point I'm trying to tell you. We need to get in front of them. And when we do that, you build trust. Because after you build trust, then you build a relationship. And the relationship builds into other things. They start listening to you. So we cannot normalize gun violence or any kind of violence in our communities. We have to hold ourselves accountable. And that's what we're not doing in our communities. We are not holding ourselves accountable. And anybody who stands out there and protests police and don't stand there and protest when we do our own communities, I look at you with a side eye.
Mm-hmm. Where can we find more about what you're doing, man?
You can go onto our Instagram at 100 Suits or our Facebook, 100 Suits for 100 Men.
100 Suits for 100 Men. Kevin Livingston, thank you so much for all that you're doing, and we praise and bless you, and thank you for your service, man.
Salute, brother. Thank you.
Appreciate you. All right.
Peace.
All right, we'll take a break. I've got more open coming up next.